I'm going to let you break down tempo and wings. I have a 4% best bet up in this one, so I won't share my opinion on this one. What do you make of this game? Dallas, big favorite, over under 184.
Yeah, for one, it's really hard to lay this kind of a number with the Wings. You look at the Wings as big favorites of more than 7. They've covered 3 out of 6 games. You look at the Wings without AZ, I don't think they've won a game even. And she's still listed as game time decision tonight. Not only her, you have Jessica Shepard out, so missing a good amount for this Dallas team. They haven't been playing the best basketball lately. I understand that Toronto is not one of the best teams. Their defense is pretty terrible, but for whatever reason, they're still able to cover these games on the road. I have them listed as 10-5 as road dogs. They can score as long as Mabry's in the lineup, and she should be out there tonight. So, from a side perspective, I just don't think the Wings have proven they deserve to be laying this big of a number, especially with the way the health is looking on the roster right now. So it would be tempo or nothing for me from that. And if I have to look from a total, I mean, I've already said this Temple team is not the best defensively. When they stay in games, it's because they're scoring back and forth. If you look at as they're on the road for the Tempo, they're 12-3 to the over. I mean, and it's not just they're giving it up; they're scoring too. Team total, they're 13-2, even better. So either the over in this game or Tempo plus the points. I don't believe in Wings laying almost double digits.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I like the over in that one too. That seems like a pretty solid bet. So, the Lynx and the Fire. This is an interesting one because you got the Lynx. I actually thought this line would get up to 14 or 15.5, and then I started looking, and the Lynx, they're really just on cruise control. They're not winning by huge margin at this point, and this is a big number. But then again, they are playing the Portland Fire. So over under 185.5. Interested where you came down on this game.
Yeah, the Lynx, I mean, they're awesome. They're, the best team, in my opinion, in association. But like you said, just because they're winning games doesn't mean they're covering these big numbers. If you look at them as double-digit favorites this season, they've covered 4 out of 12 games. So you're asking them to do more than just win here tonight. And for the Portland side, I think this is their 4th or 5th straight home game. They've had 3 days off before this game. I'm pretty sure they'll be up for it. You have Bridget Carlton playing versus her old squad. I could look towards her on the prop, but another reason to think that the Fire get up for this game. I would absolutely want Carla to be in that point guard. She's game time decision. I know she had she injured her knee in one of the previous games, so I would want her out there. But I think the Fire are capable of keeping this one within, the 13 points. The total, man, I've gone back and forth on the total. Maybe I can ask you on this one, Andy, at the end, but my initial thought was the Lynx have been shooting so well. Kayla McBride, historic 3-point game. Before that, they shot lights out from 3 as well. At some point, some kind of regression is going to kick in. Portland even coming off of a great 3-point game. They scored 100 points, shot over 40% from 3. I'm big on regression. It's just Portland's defense has been bad, and Portland has been playing really fast lately. And Minnesota is the number 1 offense. So I'm a little scared. I want to believe in regression. What do you think here?
So you and I differ a little bit. I know regression is eventually coming, but I look at some of these games that the Lynx are playing, and they are kind of taking off just a little bit on defense. And to me, like when you have a team just winning outright, I feel like if you're going to rest, it's on the defensive side. Yeah, of course we get up to play offense, but we give up a few on defense. So I would lean towards the over, but then, you are depending on Portland to contribute. So maybe a team total on one of them. Portland sneaky team total over. If you think, the defense is fading a little bit. I had the stat for you. The Lynx have won 1 game in their last 19 by this margin.
Yeah, I mean, Cheryl Reeve, before the previous game, she was about as mad as I've seen her in a while, talking about that defense for that team. And she said, literally, she was like, every player in every position was terrible. So even she knows the defense has been bad. So I get where you're coming from. Yeah, that's why I didn't push the button. Like I do these queries and database and all that stuff. I don't just, pull it up and say, oh, I'm just going to play it because this one is 11-1. I still got to think about the game and see if I want to, if it supports the way I feel. And just like you said, just because it's 11, I don't know. I see reasons and ways that this can still get
So
over.
what do you have up for today? You got any specials? What's Skee doing?
You guys know I'm an extremely overly honest guy, and I hate to lose. I hate it. I hate losing my money. I hate even more when people trust me and they lose their money. If it really bothers me. And like you say, yeah, we've been doing really good. I think I'm somewhere around the plus 115 units mark in 2026, but I lost yesterday on the Liberty, and I didn't like the fashion that game ended. So I'm gonna take my time, make sure the next game I absolutely love 1000%, and it's gonna get to the window. So I didn't put up a play. My first initial thought was to play that under the regression that we talked about earlier, and I said no, that's not the play. So I don't have a play up right now for today. But just know the next one I make will be one that I love. And there is a promo. You can get the NBA, what is it, NBA early bird, and you get the rest of the WNBA season for free. You'll get these plays as soon as I release them. A lot of these lines move very fast in the WNBA. You want to get them early. So some kind of all access package would be something that I recommend.